Strap them up, pull up your big boy britches. This is for gold. Week 4 of the National Football League. Up next, we'll see Ryan Tannehill coming off a nice week throwing the ball with 4 touchdown throws. It's the Titans and the Colts next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And leading them out, their veteran quarterback. He's got him off to a bit of a slow start here, CD, at 1 and 2.
I think that the early sense, well, they've actually looked pretty good. But the consistency is just not there yet. But in talking with the coaching staff last night when we had our discussion with them, they feel like they had a good week of practice, and he's ready to go for this one.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15.
Lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw a little bit to open up things and maybe
down. The Colts are 1 and 2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because, let's face it,
you described that one. I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Do this, Charles. It won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter, because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Pretty solid here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they
in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers down.
Number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Back to throw. Harris. Connecting here with Pittman on the out route. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They'll have very good starting field position here as they try to break our tie. First and 10, Taylor now. Great footwork, but standing Colts in possession. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Harris now to throw on 2nd down. And that's off the mark. A great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Harris. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage. They'll run here with Taylor, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive.
So here are the Colts to take over. They lost 2. Harris on 1st down. He'll fight. And he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Not be ruled a fumble. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And a good pickup.
Available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. Oh, he faked him with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 49 yards now on the ground. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Harris. This pass caught. It's Woods. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And a new home in Indianapolis. A terrific athlete. Went to college as a quarterback at Oklahoma State before migrating to the tight end position. The Colts have got to be pretty happy having him in that spot and making plays like the one we just saw.
And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. Touchdown, Colts! Jonathan Taylor. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Colts are in for 6. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll search for another score as they begin here with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Harris. And he'll be tackled at the 20.
Out there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go. Extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Looking to throw. Harris over the middle. That's caught by Taylor. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Two fantastic games coming up to wrap up Week 4. Some Buccaneers from Tampa. That's a rematch of Super Bowl 55, of course. And then Monday night, rematch of last year's NFC Championship game. The Rams and Niners from Santa Clara. Coverage on that one, 8:15.
Players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Meanwhile, to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Harris. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. Running straight ahead, Taylor to the 43.
4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap? Teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. This now a much closer game. Can't afford any more mistakes like he had on the last drive. Harris throwing on first down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Next now, 1st and 10. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Their team has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The time is called. Let's take a peek, and we'll take a break. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before 4 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. On the handoff, this is Taylor. 6 continue to take it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Looking to throw. Harris. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 11 yards.
They think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On the handoff, Taylor. He gets this down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Here's Taylor again. But he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line.
Right now, just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Taylor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here. Now a give to Taylor. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Hines, his first carry. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one. They'll start on the ground with Hines. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for Indianapolis, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington.
Football League on EA Sports. And we've got Bobby Okereke, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Colts and the Broncos on Thursday night.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight we start Week 5 with a primetime matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Denver Broncos. Brandon Gardner alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Colts in this matchup, and this is going to be a heck of a chess match. This offense against a defense that will take no prisoners out there.
It's going to be a big-time battle, and I think that both of these teams have that mindset of, we're going to do what we do and make the other guys react to us. And we've definitely got a couple of headstrong coordinators who won't back down from a challenge. So this will be a battle of wits as much as it'll be a battle of brawn.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And leading them out is their fifth-year cornerback. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up. The numbers.
Well, obviously he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame, he was feeling pretty, didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
They take over here following the turnover on downs, and he's going to try to erase the memory of his. See what they can do here, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. So the completion results there in 9 yards. Game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
On first down, Harris. He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before his
way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Here's Harris throwing on first down. And he's out of completion, results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a
big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Throw left side taken in by Pittman. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1. It's the Colts in possession, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he won't get
more about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
And he'll find Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get
connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
Carrier, and guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now Harris to throw on 2nd down. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
The Colts have liked Big Mo Alley known just for his blocking. He's developing into a nice target as a tight end, and there he picks up a first down.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. And out. Looking to throw. Harris. Touchdown, Colts. Jonathan Taylor, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agreed totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the interception on the opening drive, but bounced back to throw a touchdown last time out. And they'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. He'll be dropped at 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And Mark, 2020, he became the first Colt to ever win the running back triple crown, leading the league in carries, yards, and touchdowns. He didn't stop there, also leading in first downs, runs of 20-plus yards, and he had the longest run of the NFL season. Simply put, Taylor was the league's best at what he does by almost every down.
Back to throw. Harris. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. Harris. And this is caught. Touchdown. Michael Pittman as the first half is winding down. And the Colts would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
So here are the Colts to take over. They were winners last week over Tennessee, and they'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much, but the last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Harris. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Spot. Harris now on 3rd down. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going
wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. Score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football. High percentage throws.
There's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On the draw is Taylor. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit in yards on 3rd down. Back to throw. Harris. And connecting here with Pittman on the out route. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch.
They really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Since they've had thrown the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher.
It's not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're...
This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the...
And continues to be one with another one right there.
On the handoff, Taylor. This will be stopped defense right now. Backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now it looks like we've got a... The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Ron Darby. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. My, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
Yeah, I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And then on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting into midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for Indianapolis, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.